Hello, tenants of Meta Properties. This is a video representation on how to make a maintenance request or a work order for your unit. Now, right here, I am in my computer, so this is probably a different layout from your phone application, but pretty much the same steps are applicable to both formats. So right here, I'm in a tenant profile page. Right here, you can see the current balance that this person owes for September. You can see renters insurance and you can see maintenance requests. I would click here if you're able to see it, but if you're on a phone format and you're unable to see this section, that is fine. We can choose to click on maintenance here on this section, which is also visible on a cell phone. So I'm going to click on maintenance right here. So on this page, you will see create a new maintenance request. And then on the other side, you can see previous maintenance requests that have been completed in the past. Now, if you're unable to see the section, it doesn't really matter. This is kind of a nice history of the work orders you've created in the past. So that's irrelevant, but it's a nice feature to have either way. Now you click on maintenance requests right here on this blue tab, request maintenance. And then here you will talk about what's going on with your apartment. Now, there could be many things happening in your unit. Something's broken, something's leaking, something doesn't look right. Whatever you think needs to be addressed by our maintenance team, just write it right here. So I'm going to write, for example, I need maintenance to take a look at my refrigerator. It is leaking at the bottom. And now, right here, it will show the date that you are submitting this work order, your contact information. Now you click on next, and it will bring you to some questions about the work order and, kind of narrowing it down to what really is the issue. So for the options that's providing here, I'm going to click on fridge just because I'm talking about my refrigerator. Um, and then I'll ask you some questions. If you know the model number provided, if not, that's fine. So I'm just gonna write down, I'm just gonna put, I don't know the model number, doesn't apply to me. Um, what is the issue happening with your refrigerator? It does not turn on, it is on, but not functioning properly. That doesn't apply to me, so I'm going to click on leaking since I wrote down here it's leaking at the bottom. It just makes sense. Is the fridge cooling? I'm just going to say no, it's not. Now, this could vary depending on your work order, but it will basically have a questionnaire at the bottom of every work order. If there's an option that does not apply to you, just put no. This is just for the maintenance team and management to get a better idea of what's going on. Another thing I want to address is today or tomorrow a weekend or holiday? So if you're submitting a work order, let's say on a Sunday evening or on a holiday day, please understand that our maintenance team will not be there on the same day or even the following day. It would be ideal, right, to address this right away, but please understand that our maintenance team is limited with scheduling. So you might have a case where you submit a work order and then it might just take 2 days or a couple of days to get to yours, depending on the urgency of your work order. So I please encourage everybody to be a little bit understanding of that. Please do not expect this work order to be handled on the same day. Now, if it's a real emergency, like real problem, then we would address this right away. But it just depends on the emergency of the work order. So right now, I'm going to click on is today holiday or weekend? No. Is it sparkling? Is it sparking, smoking, or can cause fire? No. Is it an active leak or only leaks when in use? This is where I can, mention active leak, um, only when using. So I'm just going to say active leak. And right here, are you able to contain the leak until the technician arrives? I'm just going to say yes. It just depends on your specific case. And right here, you can provide images and images, photos of the situation, which is pretty nice because it gives the property manager a better idea of the issue and kind of can visualize the situation. So if you have pictures, please drop them here, add images. Um, that's also an option on your cell phone. To resolve the issue as quickly as possible, do we have permission to enter the residence if no one is there? Now, this is a very important question because we really do take a look at these answers. And if you provide us permission to enter your unit, even if you're not there, that would save us a lot of time because it would allow our maintenance team to just go in there when they're available, as compared to having a restriction in time. So I'm just going to click yes. And so on the last step here of your work order or maintenance request, what AppFolio is trying to do is narrow down what your time slot looks like. So if you would prefer certain slots throughout the day, then you can go ahead and click on this option and you can have more days come up. But for my example today, I'm just going to say available anytime, which gives everybody an easier time to get this work order done. So this is the last step here where you will submit your maintenance request. Now that you've narrowed down the time and you've narrowed down the issue, this is where you will be submitting it. Now, I don't want to submit this because I'm not the actual tenant living here. This is just a visual example of how to make a maintenance request. I hope this helps you, and I hope that you're able to use more of these features on AppFolio so that maintenance and management is aware of the issue. Thank you.